Alrighty, today we're looking at the operation of a 9-inch 36-volt Makita battery-powered demolition saw. The saw does have a capacity of 3.5 inches from the cutting point to the inner washer. We're going to start off by putting a blade on this saw. This is one of our general purpose in-house ABZ Renault blades. It does come with an arbor adapter ring. Now we have our blade out. We're going to start off by putting the saw over on its side. This particular saw does have a blade lock. It's located right here on the back. So you can lock that blade down, lightly turn the arbor until it drops into the pinhole, which will lock it. Take our bolt and washer off. Then we're going to take off our blade washer. Take our blade. This blade does not need an arbor on it. It has a built-in one on the saw. Make sure that's nice and tight and seated properly. We're going to put our blade washer back on. And we're going to replace our bolt and washer. Tighten that down, and then take your second hand, go back to that blade lock button that I showed you earlier. I'm going to rotate until it falls into the groove, locking the blade, and then tighten down. We do want to put a generous amount of pressure on this. Alrighty, now that our blade is on, we'll go over the saw. We do have a water hookup back here with a valve that you can turn it on and off simply. This is also a quick connect, so you can pull it off, screw it onto your garden hose with the gasket that's supplied, and then go onto the saw and lock it into place. Turn the water on and control the flow right here. Being battery powered, these are pretty water resistant. They are not waterproof though, so do not turn the water on and try to cut vertically like this, pouring water down over you. Always make sure that you keep that water to the minimal level so that it is lubricating and keeping down on the dust without putting out an obscene amount of water. Now to go ahead and put a blade into the saw, we're going to open up on the top here. We're going to slide the battery down into the compartment. We're going to slide the second battery into the other side, make sure it locks into place, and shut the lid. At any point, you can check the battery percentage by pressing on the battery indicator light here, and it will tell you battery 1 and battery 2 level. The saw is also equipped with a light here, which shines out the front, so if you're in a dark area, you are equipped with that. If not, just leave it off. It's going to save your battery. To start the saw, you have a safety button on the back side right here. Press in on that and then squeeze the trigger. The saw does take a minute to come up to speed, so allow it to come up to speed before getting into the ground with it. And when using the saw, you do not want to ever force the saw. Allow the RPM of the blade and the diamonds to do the cutting. So get it down in there. Once I have it cutting, I like to kind of keep this hand just as a guide hand. I'm not forcing it at all. I'm holding tight here, and this hand I'm just guiding to keep myself straight. It is not a radial cutting saw, so you cannot cut curves with it, only straight lines. We do send out an extra set of batteries, 5 amp hour, with our saws, as well as a rapid dual bay charger. It takes about 40 minutes to recharge those batteries. Through my experience, the batteries of continuous cutting typically get you about 20 to 22 minutes worth of cutting, but it depends on how deep, how hard the concrete is. Thank you for watching today.